Sam, you're back at the desk so soon. Sam, I thought you were done making videos. Sam, I thought you were going to take a mental health day.
Well, guys, it's iPhone 13 season, so that's not really an option right now, okay? Why am I making this video? Well, it's because I made the mistake of going on the internet, and I made the mistake of reading a lot of blogs and tweets and posts from the general pop about what they think is coming on the iPhone 13. And some of the stuff is legit, which I want to clarify is happening. Other things are bat insane. So that's why today we're talking about the craziest iPhone 13 rumors, because at the very least, they're fun. Let's go ahead and jump in. So what are you waiting for? If you're excited for today's video, drop a like down below. It seriously helps me and the channel out. And click that subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications so that you never miss a beat. All right, let's kick things off with some high energy here. No notch on iPhone 13. Apple has just decided to do more tech advancement in the past year than anyone on planet Earth in history. Innovation is back, baby. There's no notch. No notch. This is false. This is a false rumor. That was kind of mean because I really, listen, I want this to happen. I really do. I want to see no notch. But this isn't happening this year or next year, but it is happening the year after. It's something I've seen on Twitter constantly. It's something I've seen news websites reference. And it actually is something that Maka Takara, who's a somewhat reputable source, they actually said was going to be happening about a year ago. Now, that was super early on before the development of the iPhone 13 was finalized. So maybe that was a prototype, but now it is 100% definitely not happening. We've heard from Guomin Chi that this is actually coming in 2023 on, I guess it would be the iPhone 15. It sounds like I'm joking here, like I'm just spitballing. No, there's actually a credible rumor that says 2023, so you'll see this then. Now, to be fair, the notch is getting smaller this year. We know that's happening for sure. Finally, they're going to reduce the size, but it's absolutely going to be there. So you still got the notch. It's just a little bit smaller for the iPhone 13. Next up, there's not going to be a port on the iPhone. Apple just said, F it, we're done. We're done with the port on the iPhone 13. Get that lightning out of here. This is also one of the most ridiculous rumors, but also one of the most true at the same time. Like, it sounds ridiculous, but credible people said that this was going to be the case. Like, credible people said at least one model this year wouldn't have a port on the bottom, which Apple themselves even played into last year, introducing MagSafe, an alternative way to charge your iPhone with a puck on the back. They literally were showing us how you could use an iPhone without a port, but I think they've pushed their plans back. I don't know, because removing the port is bat insane. And listen, while the memes for this would be beyond golden, I just don't think that people, myself included, are ready. At the same time, I think Apple is also intelligent enough to know as a brand that it's just not the time yet. And while one day I think that will be a fair thing to do to make more room for the battery or other internals, the phone design evolves just like the headphone jack going away. It's a big deal at first, and it gets gradually less annoying as time goes on. This would just be too much. I mean, removing the main way people charge their phones. It's a crazy rumor. It's a crazy rumor that was supposed to happen that Apple has absolutely pushed back. Next up, this one just makes me sad because I really miss Touch ID, and that was the rumor that Touch ID would be coming back on the iPhone 13, which actually was true for a while. It wasn't just vaporware. There were prototypes in testing. Apple was clearly working on this. We heard about it from a number of different good sources. I don't know. Apparently, they just changed their mind. We have no idea why. We've heard it's canceled for this year. We just know it's not coming, but nobody said if it was production, if it was too expensive, if Apple just decided to push it back because they were going to give us too much this year. I'm completely speculating. I have no idea. Maybe it just wasn't ready. So this is one of those weird ones where it was rumored for a while and it's credible, right? The origins of it, but it's just not happening anymore. So don't expect it this year. I know. I'm sad too. I really am. It's not coming this year, but hey, maybe next year on the iPhone 14. That's already got the crazy new design, the hole punch camera, the iPhone 4 look. I mean, maybe it ships then, right? All right, moving on to some fun stuff here. iPhone 13 is going to have an always-on display. This is actually true. This is happening. This is real. And it's something that I really haven't covered that much, but it's something that Android has had since I think as long as I've been consuming oxygen, which is, believe it or not, been my entire life. Technically, you could have done this years ago on the iPhone 10 with OLED because you can just light up individual pixels, but it still uses a bit of battery. With the new screen tech coming on the Pro phones, the LTPO, where the refresh rate can be adjusted, this is primarily for the 120Hz display, display to consume power and not just absolutely drain your battery. It's also going to be used, because they use it on the Apple Watch right now, for the always on display. You guys can see the watch isn't actually on, but it's still lit up. That's LTPO technology, and that's going to enable always on the iPhone 13. Also, if you just look at Apple's official video hyping up the event, does this time that shows up right here, or rather the date, not look exactly like the time that shows up on your iPhone with the thin, big numbers? I think that this is them confirming it. It's also lit up. It looks kind of blue. It's glowy. This is the always on display, guys. In that same vein, something else that we've heard about is portrait mode video, which again is supposed to be coming. It sounds pretty off the rocker when somebody says portrait mode, which obviously adds the faux blur effect and then the bokeh. It makes everything look really nice. I think people have started to grow out of that, but I do believe adding it to video is going to completely change the game. The iPhone has long had the best video on any smartphone, and while photos get pretty close and you can fairly make an argument that the Pixel or Samsung's newest phones can get really close, if not surpass the iPhone in photography, the video, they've just never gotten down. I don't know what it is. I use an Android to this day, and the video is pretty god awful. So Apple's just taking this advantage and giving you a more cinematic look with these new video features and filters they're adding, and then also just the portrait mode effect where it could look really blurry and your subject is perfectly in focus, but everything else behind it is got a different look. This is going to be cool, and this is going to be one of those things that people use, and it's like, oh, I have a DSLR, and then it's like, oh no, it's just the iPhone 13 Pro. Following that, probably the sketchiest rumor on this list is that the iPhone 13 is going to support 25-watt fast charging. It currently supports up to 20 watts with the power brick that's sold separately. I still can't believe they got me to buy the power brick this year, but it's one of the best Apple purchases I've made, and that's the most fanboy thing I've ever said, but the brick is it's good. Oh god, they've got me. I'm too far in, guys. I gotta go. Anyway, this year we got a really sketchy report from a source I can't even remember the name of, but I covered it on my site because it would be in parody with Samsung's newest phone that 25-watt charging could be accessible this year. Maybe there's a new brick. I haven't seen any hard leaks though. There's no pictures of the brick. Last year we saw a lot of pictures of the new brick early, so maybe. You guys think it'll charge faster? I mean, it'd be a really small feature, but I don't think it's too crazy. I don't think it's too out there. And then there's also this rumor that I've been sus about from the beginning that says the iPhone 13 could have a terabyte of storage. And I think right now, to the T, every source in the game is completely split down the middle. You have people saying 100% it's coming. You also have leaks that say it is absolutely in no way happening this year. Considering how many times we've heard about it, I feel like it is realistic, but at the same time, I just don't know if anyone needs or wants that much storage. I mean, Apple could sell it for a lot more money, like 400, 500 bucks extra, but does anybody really need a terabyte? Some of you in the comments have said you do. I just can't imagine what that would be for. And listen, maybe my perspective comes from the fact that I just never really fill up my phone with anything other than goofy memes and music, but I've never even gotten close. So this is a 256 gigabyte, and I think I'm at maybe a quarter. It's not that much at all, and it's good. I don't need 4 times what I have now. I look like I make about $4 a month now, again, because my quality is tanked. I couldn't bring myself to light everything back up. I've done this take 17 times. I'm just let me know what you think about me and me as a person. What am I saying? There's one more thing. Oh, the colors. We talked about pink and bronze coming, but there's also been a rumor of like a sunset gold or an orange. And I genuinely think this is probably just referring to the new bronze color on the Pros because these things could get confused in lighting. Cool. Love you guys. More iPhone rumors to come. We got last minute stuff coming in the next couple days. Some final rumors for the event I'll be putting together. So great time to subscribe in case you haven't already. Drop a like if you enjoyed this or learned something new. I've been Sam. Hope you're doing well. And I don't even know if my mic was turned on. It's right here. So we'll find out. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Peace.